Like I get really offended when my creativity is like suppressed or something, or when I feel like I'm not being used to the best of what I have to offer. I get really offended because I'm like, why the fuck am I here? I am really big on, and let me say this, I'm really big on the you work for the employer, but the employer works for you too. A lot of people don't understand that. I feel like once you get that concept right there, a lot of things are smoother.
So
I don't just
true.
work for you, buddy.
Thank you. That's so true. Like literally my friend the other day, like, because she's out of radio right now and she's
Okay.
kind of doing like some freelance stuff for some guy, but she was calling him her boss. And I was like, no, no, no. You didn't sign a contract with him, right? And she's like, no, he's just paying me for some like articles I'm writing. And I was like, okay. I was like, he's not your boss. You're your own boss. He's just contracting some of your talent. Change the mindset.
Yeah. Well, I fell in love with radio because not a lot of people know this, but I still want to. I wanted to be like this huge music executive, like Diddy or like yeah, I wanted to be somebody that developed artists and worked for a record label. And so when I was like 17, I did my research and I figured out, and I was like, well, these people are going through radio and they are going to music labels and then they are just blowing up and being these music executives. Of
Yeah.
course, like back then, I'm not that old, but back then it's like the A&R was like kind of dying. So once I got into radio, I stuck with it because everybody around me was like, wow, you're really good at this. Like you have a voice, like you sound really, you sound like you're built for radio. So ever since then, I've had that confidence of, I'm meant for it. Radio kind of found me because, like I said, I don't think I expected to be in radio for the time that I've been in it. I just knew I was about to be like head of a record label by now.
I've heard a few people. It's interesting the people that have fallen into it that didn't that weren't thinking that they were going to do that. So does the record label side then still interest you?
Yes, I'm actually managing an artist
Okay.
right now. Really, really, really cool artist. He's like a hip hop slash blues type of guy out of Mississippi.
Is it like independent artist?
He is. He's independent, but he has a great following. Just to tell you a little bit about that, this is new for me. But we're kind of, I don't want to say rebranding him, but it's kind of like a rebirth. So I'm really into like artist development and switching things up. That's actually one of my big passions. That's probably it might be a bigger passion than radio. I don't know if I want to say that.
That's totally fine because that's what we're kind of learning is like I think Chris Cruz says it best is that radio is just a vessel for content, and the way people know who you are and what you're able to do is by putting out your content.
I really fell into radio and I just so happen to be really good at it. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even talk. Like it sounds weird. It's my personality. So for me to be a talker for a living, I really don't talk. Like I'm very quiet. I'm very reserved. Like I said, I can be around people. I am I'm a sociable person, but if I had a choice, yeah, I would be like in the house and,
It's comfortable there. I get it. Do you broadcast from home at all ever?
No.
Okay. If you had like a home studio, would you prefer to do radio from home?
You know what? I used to do that for 2 years. So just to tell you a little bit, I got into professional radio in 2017.
Okay.
And for 2 years from 2017 to 2019, I was voice tracking, right? I was introduced to voice tracking and, when you stumble upon voice tracking, it's just like, wow, so you don't have to be there. Yeah. I could do this from my closet, not my home, my closet.
Right.
But I did that for 2 years when I was on the radio in Montgomery, and everybody thought I was there, I was working a 9 to 5 and I got tired of it. I was like, I want to dive fully into the market. Montgomery's not the best place to be, but yeah. I was like, I want to die. Like I'm sick of going to this place and clocking in, and I would go to work, clock in, and then I had some time to sometimes I would do my breaks like early in the morning and then go to work. I just got tired. So I was like, I'm going to move to Alabama.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. So I told my mom and my family, and they were like, you going where? You going where? Excuse me? So yeah, I've just always been headstrong with that, like super hungry. I was just like, I'm gonna just go for it. Like, forget it.
Yeah.
And then the same weekend that I moved, literally, I got the call from the other station. So it's just like when you take a leap of faith, you know, you never know what will happen. And I never really talk about this stuff, but that's what happened with TV too. For a long time, I was doubting myself, and I'm just like, I don't have any TV experience. Like, I don't, like, who do I talk to? Like, I don't have a real, like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. And literally for 2 years of procrastinating, I sent an email to the news station, and the same day they were like, oh, we're hiring. And then the next day I got a call, and they were like, oh, somebody sent us your stuff. And I was like, so you mean to tell me I've just been holding out on myself? Like, seriously, holding out on myself.
You said you're like quieter and stuff like that, but is that a place like you don't feel like shy or quiet in that situation?
One thing, like my mom always tells me, she's like, you know, when I was little, she's like, you can, you get shy in front of like 5 people, like, oh, freeze up. But let it be a big crowd. Like, I'm the show.
I know a few people like that. It's so interesting to me.
Yeah, it's weird, right? You should be more comfortable performing in front of like a handful of people. I feel like maybe because you can't really see, you can't pinpoint people, so it's just like a crowd.
It's all a blur. Yeah.
I am a traffic producer and reporter. I get up every morning, probably like 2:30. A lot of times I put on makeup and do the whole shebang. Yeah. But lately I've been going in like this because I've been on my producer stuff.
Well, you look beautiful.
And oh my gosh, this ain't nothing. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I've been going to work looking crazy with these hours. But
so then, what's a normal schedule like for you? So you start that in the morning.
Early morning snooze, traffic. And there I'm like creating graphics for the TV and reporting, and then I get off work at like 10 o'clock. So I have the whole day to myself. And then I do the evening traffic, which it's not the best because who wants to do a split shift?
Do you have to go back? Oh, geez.
You should zoom in right there when you say you have to go. Yes, girl. So I have to go back. And then usually when I get home, the toughest thing about it is I have about 2, maybe 3 hours, but 2 hours to really do things like laundry and, you know, things like that. And then I have to go to sleep. Women on Air, it's more than a hobby for me. It's a lot of stuff I didn't know in college. I felt like I had to have that 4-year degree. I felt like after that 4-year degree, I was going to know everything that was going to equip me to go out in the field and do that. But no, a lot of my experience is from internships and really just soaking up knowledge behind people and just learning different things. So I want to share. I have a lot of knowledge to share. Like I said, I fell into radio, so I've always had an idea to be. I want to hire people. Yeah, I want to share opportunities. Like I said, I share job openings. I have no problem with sharing job openings in my market, outside of my market. Like, I just want, I like the feeling of people coming to me and like, oh, I applied for this job, or, oh, I connected with this person. Yeah. I would say, yeah, okay, I want to be a CEO, but that's for lack of better words. Like, I really want to put people in places to have opportunity. I want to teach people. Like, I just,
So we have that comment. Do you like doing a show solo, or do you prefer like with someone else?
Solo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned very early on. Like my first internship when I was in Jackson, Mississippi, I used to do the entertainment news like on the side for the night crews, like a whole bunch of boys. And I immediately was like, no, I don't want to do this. Yeah. Why would I want to put myself in this entertainment box when I can have my own show? Excuse me?
Yeah.
I will take radio as far as it, I will go with as far as it takes me. I have different markets that I would want to go to. Yeah. But I've also learned recently that because I have been like, oh, I'm going to go here. Yeah. I've learned to really just breathe and just soak up the opportunity that you have, because especially after the pandemic, while these people got cut, it's just like, okay, let me
like I have something, so
let me appreciate this, you know? Yeah. So I haven't been so quick to go anywhere. I'm soaking it up. I'm in a really sweet spot because I am able to be in a radio station and a TV station.
Yep.
Memphis and like Ohio.
Okay.
Those places are always calling my name. But I'm not too eager to do too much jumping around unless it's like, it got to be damn near the perfect opportunity. But I'm working on going back to Atlanta. Like,
oh, so you would like to do radio there ultimately?
Yeah, like
or content or whatever.
Yeah, if I end up doing radio, it would have to be in my hometown.
Okay.
I'm not budging on that. That's how I've accomplished a lot of, you know, things I've accomplished, because I'm just like dead set. Like, you're not about to tell me no. So
yeah, I like this about talking to you, is like learning that, like, and I think it's helpful when people listen to this stuff to have those examples of people that are like, no, I know my worth. Hang on. Like because you have the people that don't care, that they'll just go whoever's going to put them on the air. So they just chase, you know, all those spots. And that's because they're putting all their value into the radio job instead of being like, wait a second, you know, like there's other things I like to do. There's people I want to grow. There's my own brand I want to do.
Everybody doesn't get this. You know, it's people that they'll go from station to station, and then, you know, they might have the perfect work situation, and you go and you think it's gonna be like that everywhere. Yeah, I got the worst of the worst my first go around.
But then at least now you can recognize then those signs early on when you're somewhere like, okay, this is gonna be not good.
When I tell you my tolerance level is like zip, it's always a transition for me. What's the animal? What's the reptile that like sheds skin? Is it a chameleon?
Yeah. Oh yeah, changes.
That is literally me. A chameleon and a crab. Like, don't fuck with me. I know my worth. You cannot pacify me. I'm going to do my job. Matter of fact, I'm going to do better than what you thought I was going to do. And it's just going to be this right here. You're going to give me my money. You know? Like, you got to really boss up and have that mentality for real at some point. And I just got to that point maybe a little over a year ago. Okay. I was very passive with, you know, my worth as far as my talents. Yeah. You know, you think because I'm not in the top 10 market, or, you know, I don't have all of this experience, then, I can lowball myself. Like, sure, I'll just take one for the team. But no.
This newer generation, what's kind of some closing advice that you would give them somebody that wants to thrive in either radio, TV, or just this digital content world?
You have to stay hungry. It's very cliche, but you literally I'm just as hungry as I was when I was 19, and I'm old now. But you have to, that's one of the things that got me really far. What is the next person not willing to do? You really have to be that one person that is like, okay, well, everybody's doing it like this. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. And don't be afraid to not be in a box. Everybody want to conform and, this person is on this, so we're all just going to be in this box. It's okay to be outside of the box. It gets you farther than you think. You know, drive those miles if you have to. But once you get so much, you know, that's another thing. You know, maybe it used to be like this where they made you feel like, you have to be in radio for like 5, 10, 15 years to feel like you have stripes, to feel like I can tell somebody, now I can give advice. It doesn't take you long to learn these things. You know, I jokingly say that I'm a rookie and a vet because, like I said, I'm still hungry, like I'm fresh out of college. But I have a lot of knowledge to where I can go from market to market. I can ask for what I'm worth, you know, but you just have to really align yourself with the opportunities, know your worth. Yeah, know your worth, because I stop doing stuff for free all the time. God.